All right, all right. So today I'm super excited to bring to you Dr. Andre Acuna. He's the founder of DPTSI Physical Therapy, and him and his staff has just been absolute rock stars. And I want to bring him on today because I want you to see um, what it was like prior to working with us and what it's currently like working with us, and how he has been able to adapt, any struggles he's had along the way. So without any further ado, I want to introduce to you Dr. Andre Acuna.
Hello, I'm Dr. Andre Acuna, and I'm the owner of Doctors Physical Therapy and Sports Institute, otherwise known as DPTSI. We've been in business for about 3 years here in South Texas region, and we were introduced to Mike Rhodes and As Prescribed Media about a little less than a year ago. We've been using As Prescribed Media for our advertisement, and it's tremendously helped our progress in our company since coming on board.
Nice, awesome. So, Andre, tell me a little bit about what your process looked like before coming on board and working with us. Like, how did you go
So,
about getting patients?
so essentially, we have a referral-based system with marketing, with face-to-face with our referring clinicians. But essentially, as the business demanded for my clinical expertise to be in the business, I couldn't utilize my time to go out and market. And so I've been my belief is to go face to face with the referring clinicians versus hiring an advertiser or a marketer. So essentially, when we came on and introduced to the As Prescribed media platform, it really helped open up the digital marketing world that has helped establish our current full base clinical patients that we have now.
Right. Now, did you have any type of issues with, were you able to track a lot of those referrals? So were you able to like really pinpoint and track how the referrals were coming in to kind of keep track of everything? Or was that kind of something that you weren't able to do? You just were hoping that you had obtained some referrals from people?
Yeah, well, essentially, it was kind of like hit or miss. If a patient were referred to us, we wouldn't have any tracking other than knowing where the referring source came from. But as far as like the where the patient lives and all that area, we didn't have any of that kind of ability to know who was in our circumference area.
Right. Okay. So what's one of the reasons that led you to searching for a new way to actually bring on more patients or new patients and stuff like that? Because one of the biggest parts of our business is like the marketing. So the front end stuff, the whole, like if you build it, they will come isn't always necessarily true. So what's something that led you to actually wanting to look for a new way of doing your marketing and outreach?
Well, essentially, I had kind of put together some thought processes of how I thought what I thought would be able to engage people without me actually going out to them. A platform or a particular software that if somebody's just kind of reading through it, they would say, "Oh, hey, I didn't even know this business was my neighbor or whatnot," right? And then again, when I got referred, it was through a friend of mine, a clinician friend, and he had already gone through experiencing with what you offered. And so when he started explaining to me, I said, "Hey, that kind of sounds like the ballpark of what I wanted, just kind of a lot better, And I just had no knowledge on how to get all that going. So he says, "Hey, this is who you need to talk to. This is what you need to do." I saw it from his end when I was observing his work and seeing patients, or, "Hey, we saw you on social media. We saw you here and there." And then that was it. I was sold.
Awesome. Yeah, I was going to ask you if you noticed any type of indirect boost in your business or your local brand presence. Like, do you have anybody just saying like, "Hey, like I've seen you so and so, or I've seen you, or you that guy, or anything like that whenever you're just kind of out and about?
Yeah, most definitely. One of the things that was said at the beginning of our introduction was, "Hey, I'll put you on the map. I'll make you a local celebrity," right? And it essentially has. I actually had one person say, "Hey, I see you so much on my social feed. I kind of feel like you're stalking me." And it was like, well, we're not stalking you. We just essentially we want you to push that button that says, "Hey, this is what I need, and this is how I need to get there." And so essentially we did convert him into a plan with us, and we've been able to help that individual get onto quality of life, just like our advertisements and everything, promises. So it's been definitely a great asset to our company.
Yeah, definitely. So like one of the features that we offer too is like reputation management and stuff like that. And there's been some changes with Google and being able to try to increase your reviews on like your Google My Business and stuff like that. Have you found our systems and stuff like that to be pretty beneficial when it comes to the ability and ease of being able to increase your amount of reviews and stuff like that you're getting?
Yeah, most definitely. A client leaves our facility, we send them a Google review kind of link, and they give us their rating. And to our benefit, we've been at a 5-star since we've opened, and it's only increased. But we've had many people say, those who have not essentially been referred to us, we asked them, "How did you hear about us?" And they simply said, "We Google searched." And when we Google search, we compare apples to apples, and we say, okay, out of these 5 or 6 therapy places, DPTSI has 5-star ratings, and that's what won over the 4.9 star rating or so on. So essentially, it's been such a when consumers are out there shopping, they're shopping for the best value, the best bang for their buck. And essentially, your software system, as prescribed media system, has allowed to put out there our reputation as the best, And so essentially, it's been so effective that my words don't have to talk. It's everybody else's words, because our clients have been able to easily engage in everything that you have helped set us up for, and then that gets out to spread the word with all those potential clients in the future.
Awesome. So one of the big points here that I want to see, like, get your opinion on is a lot of times practices and clinic owners, they kind of are a little bit up in the air about the whole Facebook thing and online advertising, because they've done things a certain way before, or maybe it's working for them now, or maybe it's not. What's something that you would, maybe some advice or your experience with making the switch to start funneling leads from the online space into your clinic versus like just having to get referrals from MDs or anything else like that? Like, say somebody who may be a little bit skeptical, what's something you may say to them from your own experience?
Well, essentially, yeah, the general concept is numbers don't lie, right? And so when you review a certain particular establishment, and you see that many ex-patients or clients or people have put good wording or good reviews out, the proof is in the pudding there. Essentially, as a consumer, we tell people all the time, in the medical industry, you have the choice to go wherever you'd like. You just have to make sure that you understand the value and the bang for your buck and all that kind of stuff. But we are so confident in the team management that you have provided for us, and essentially having the right people in our corner, that we just kind of live and let go, as they say. They leave it up to Mike and As Prescribed Media to essentially take over and do their thing, and we're going to see the doors stay open, and people are going to keep walking in. And that's essentially what we have felt since coming on board with you. So sure, we still have our in-house marketing people and we have our in-house web and social media people, but the awesome thing is that you have been able to work collaboratively with them and each other and say, hey, what's the big picture here? It's to help bring out the value of your company, and that's essentially what you've done. So, it's a very truthful and a very direct way of showing the consumer what they're going to get. And I think that that's transpired with our consumers, because when they go and do their reputation reviews and they say, hey, 5-star rating, we really love the place, blah, blah, blah. Essentially, it's a good mixture of ingredients all around,
Yeah. Yeah. And one of the things that we always say too is like, we can deliver the best people and the best leads and everything else directly to you on a silver platter. But at that point, it takes a lot of quality effort and output on your behalf to fulfill on that. So hats off to you and hats off to your staff for being able to put out such excellent services, because you make what we do on our end so much easier, because you've been such a pleasure to work with and so receptive and always on top of everything. Like boom, boom, boom. Like, hey, like if something is up in the air, needs done or whatever, like it's always just like, boom, it's done, handled. And I just want to say thank you for being such a pleasure of working with for that part as well. But just to kind of wrap things up here, what would you say to somebody who's maybe on the fence about jumping on board or giving us a try or trying us out to see kind of how we fit in and what we do to what they're normally used to doing?
Sure. And I was there when I first got introduced to you, but essentially my advice is just take the jump, and know that it's going to be something that is valuable for you. I believe at the beginning you even gave me an opportunity to get videos or understand more about what we needed or what you were providing. And I think even gave us resources of people that utilized you and said, hey, give them a call and see. Or I think you asked me to be a resource after we were already in and said, hey, there's some people that are essentially they're on the fence there. Do you mind if they call you to see what you've experienced? And I mean, all of that, of course, if somebody isn't confident in the quality of the product they're providing, they're not going to offer that. Essentially, like open opportunity, say, hey, try it out and talk to these people and whatnot. So that built a lot of confidence in myself, essentially, when I was wondering, do I or do I not? But then just the main fact that you were not a salesperson, man. You were just confident, and you gave me your assurance that take the time you need and let me know how I can help you. Let's shoot some ideas, hey, what questions do you have? All of that in a whole played a big role in me feeling like, hey, this is more than just a business relationship. It's going to become something, for the future. And essentially that's how we felt since day one. So hats off to you on that part. But, I tell anybody who's kind of right there wondering, should I or could I or what, just ask and have trust that Mike's going to do everything to be a part of your team.
I appreciate that. Yeah, we really try to do everything to create a plug and play so that it can be plugged onto the back of what you're currently doing and not try to completely change what you have been doing. And that's kind of one of our biggest parts. But anyways, I just want to thank you for your time. I know you're busy. I know you got patients and stuff coming in. So again, I just want to say thank you for taking the time to meet with us today. And hopefully anyone who might be listening to this can find some relatable points and value. So again, Dr. Acuna, I just want to say thank you and have a great week.
Likewise, Mike. Thank you.
All right. Take care, buddy.